Washington, America 8, Ontario, Pacific, Rome. WA8OPR. Over.
WA8OPR. Roger, roger. And what's the name?
WA8OPR. Roger, roger. And what's the name?
Terry. Terry, over.
Yes, sir. Terry, and what's your location, sir?
Yes, sir. Terry, and what's your location, sir?
Farmington, Michigan. Farmington, near Detroit. And I missed the handle. I think it's John, but I'm not sure. Over.
Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, roger. And what's your radio today, Terry?
Juliet, India, Mike, roger. And what's your radio today, Terry?
I just repaired a TS-440 and wanted to see how the audio was, if it's distorting or anything. And the antenna is 170-foot end-fed with a small brick amplifier at 300 watt. KB9VKV, over.
Roger, roger, Terry. Well, first off, are you in that? I guess it doesn't have an ability to change your transmit bandwidth. What is that radio set for? Transmit band pass.
Bandwidth. What is that radio set for? Transmit band pass.
I'm not sure. 2.9, 3.2. I have to pull the manual out. Over.
That's about a 25, 30-year-old radio, Roger.
That's about a 25, 30-year-old radio, Roger.
Oh, yeah. It's an antique, over.
Yes, so I would think it would be more like a 2.4, something like that. Probably, Roger.
Like a 2.4, something like that. Probably, Roger.
Probably. I'm thinking 2.8, 2.9. Back to you, Jim.
Yes, sir. Okay. Let's go ahead with the setup procedure. Mike, your compressor processor on at a 3 token amount. You'll never hear it on the air, but it helps us with our dynamic range setup at the end. So compressor processor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger?
Compressor processor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger?
I'd like to be able to do that. This has got a fixed processing. No idea what it is.
Oh, really? That's Glenn Close Enough and the boys design. You will take what we want you to have compression-wise. Go ahead and take your compressor off. And you just will bypass the compressor. Compression off, Roger?
We'll bypass the compressor. Compression off, Roger?
Compression off.
Yes, sir. Now, tone control up to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, say it just like you would say any other word in a QSO. Don't stress it, just say it. And adjust your mic gain into your ALC is 2/3, Roger?
And adjust your mic gain into your ALC is 2/3, Roger?
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Audio. That should be right within range, Jim. By the way, you're 20 to 30 over S9. Give me a report down there. And tell me if my audio is acceptable or distorted or anything, Jim. KB9VKV.
No distortion, Terry. But do you have a tone control page on that radio? Equalizer?
Do you have a tone control page on that radio? Equalizer?
No, nothing. It's just straight old-fashioned radio. Over.
I got you. Audio is nice. It could use just a little more top end. What I would suggest is maybe pull back off that mic about an inch or two, and let me hear you about an inch back off that mic further than what you normally run it, and let me listen to you. Your signal is, I don't have a typical S-meter reading because I'm running quite low RF in the front end, so my S-meter is not calibrated at that point. But I am looking at your audio on a VU meter, and when you're talking, I've got the VU meter set for 0. When you cease speaking, it brings, it's reading noise, and noise is 12 down from your peaks, so you are 12 over my residual noise level, which is a nice signal, Roger.
You are 12 over my residual noise level, which is a nice signal, Roger.
Well, thank you, Jim. I got a report the other day, yesterday, that my audio was distorted and didn't sound good, so I was kind of worried. Okay, I'm backing way off on the microphone now, but I've always liked TS-440. and I just wanted to get another one. I fixed this one. Thanks, Jim, once again. KB9VKV WA8OPR.
Roger, OPR. It sounds better when you pulled off mic some. The distortion was less. And so I would run it just like that. That's the simplest fix I can think of. Just work the mic a little bit further off than normal, just about an inch or two. Roger?
Further off than normal, just about an inch or two. Roger?
Yeah, you said distorted, so my audio is distorted, over?
Just on the peaks, and that's why you do two things when you pull off mic. It's kind of like inverse effect of, when you get to really close, you start a bass buildup. Well, you're pulling back, and your level is dropping, plus your EQ is shifting more towards the top end. So it's a two-pronged plus for you to work that mic just a little bit further back than normal. Roger?
Plus for you to work that mic just a little bit further back than normal. Roger?
Well, thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. I'm going to turn the audio gain. Oh, that's just too low. Here we go. Two. Okay, ALC is now about mid-level, and I'm about 5 or 6 inches off the mic, so I hope that helped, and I appreciate it. Thanks for taking all the time, Jim. Really appreciate this. KB9VKV, over.
Roger, Terry. I tell you what, why don't you drop the box and let me hear your radio direct and see what we got there. Just drop the power and radio barefoot. Roger?
Just drop the power and radio barefoot. Roger?
You bet. We're going barefoot now. 100 watts, Jim. 100 watts. Radio itself, over.
Roger. I don't see much difference. I'd go back to the box. Just work that mic just a little bit further off than normal.
Just work that mic just a little bit further off than normal.
Okay. Boy, you've been a tremendous help. I really appreciate this. Okay. All right, Jim. I'm sure they're lined up to talk to you, and I don't want to take up your time or the other station's time, but thank you so much for your help. Back to you, Jim.
Roger, Terry, and we'll be posting up on YouTube by noon tomorrow. So if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. It'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,500 Qso-Vlog air check recordings. So 73 for now, Terry. We'll catch you later. You have a good afternoon, beautiful weekend. If you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
So if you like net, if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.